everyone. Hi, this is Maru-chan. I believe it's 9 a.m. in July 17th, I think. And welcome to the Maru-chan podcast, the podcast where we give you guys our before and after thoughts of games that we have played, essentially. And welcome. And actually, today we have a guest once again for this episode. So if you guys have probably watched the before episode, then you would know. But if you have not, then you could introduce yourself, sir.
Hi guys, I'm Mr. Irvin, TW on Twitch, and Mr. Irvin on here, and I am glad to be on this again. I'm glad to be here. So, welcome all of you for watching, and we hope that we bring you guys the best content that we can.
That's well said. And today we're gonna be doing. Actually playing a cool game. We actually did play a cool game for this week.
Yeah, we did.
And
we played this.
It's something that Taurus here would never play, but
I
got him to play, and I hope I get some good answers. I hope I do.
First
guess...
of all, let me tell you something. You stay focused on your answers, okay? Don't be looking at my answers. You stay focused on your answers, all right?
Okay. All right. But just to kind of get this started here,
yes.
Just so everyone is clear, you've never played this game before. You've never tried it. You've only heard of it, right?
I've never played a Halo game, period. So I have.
Have you ever heard of Halo 3, this game in specific, or any of the other Halo?
Of course,
games?
I've heard of the series multiple times. I just never played any of the games.
Okay. So you do have like basic understanding of like Master Chief and whatnot.
The only character I know about.
And you should know more. According to.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember some of these characters' names, but.
I don't remember any. So just letting you know.
I mean, the only one I remember is Can I say that right now? I mean, some of the only characters I remember.
Ahead.
You said what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the only characters I remember is the black dude Johnson. What they call him Johnson. Then the other yeah, that's
okay.
And then I forgot what was the woman name, the one who was over the
commanders. Yeah, that woman.
I forgot what her name was. And
what about the AI? Do you remember the AI?
I sure don't. I don't remember that. Are you somebody
you don't remember the AI?
Wait, are you talking about the AI that he had or the circular ball?
No, the actual AI.
Oh, Cortana's.
Not the ball. Exactly. That's Microsoft's AI.
Yeah, because I think they did make this game, right? Yeah.
They actually got the name Cortana from her.
Okay, yeah. So y'all.
That's a little fact if you didn't know that.
Every time y'all use Cortana, y'all in the world of Halo.
Exactly. Which is actually a great one at that, because I know we're just gonna kind of go over the things we liked about it, and I guess we're just talk about the general things, the start of it, not really the campaign yet, and we'll talk about some of the gameplay. So yeah, just tell me your experience. So when you turned it on and what you think. Oh, actually, which one did you play? I actually
did.
want to know.
If you shut up and I'll explain it.
Okay.
Well, I ended up actually went ahead and playing the Master Chief Edition that featured the enhanced graphics.
Yes. Okay. And did you turn everything up all the way to its ultra settings?
I wish I could. My computer didn't want to.
Really?
My computer. Yeah, I had like a weird stutter, so I just ended up turning it down.
That's weird. I ended up playing this at ultra, like at 4K, 4K, and it looked gorgeous, but it still looks nice though.
Yeah,
it still looks nice though, no matter what.
Yeah, it still look pretty cool. But now this game is far from what I would use to play, y'all. I am not no first person shooter person, so I'm just gonna be honest. And then also like not even playing the other Halo game. I was just like you so
just
lost.
Went in like dicks out and just went in here and started your
Yeah,
first
because the
time.
only character I knew was Master Chief, and I don't even know any backstory, guys. I don't know any backstory or nothing. So I just hop
Yeah,
in here.
if you
Yeah,
play the first two games, then you kind of get the feel for how the games like play out, like the gameplay at least.
right,
Um,
right, right,
it's if you notice, like if you play something like Call of Duty, it's more spot on than something like this. Here, like it takes time for the bullet to travel, rather
right.
than in Call of Duty where you've already pressed the button and the shot has already hit the enemy as soon as you press the button. So it has
Mm-hmm.
different like it has different formats in the way like even you shoot people or the movement is very loose compared to something like Call of Duty. Um,
Right, right,
if
right.
you've never played it, of course. So yeah. What about I don't know. One of the first things that caught my attention whenever I turned the game on was the music.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
good
yeah.
music. This
I
game, wow, the
Yeah,
soundtrack. A
I
lot of the
can't.
levels have really, really good
Yeah, I can't
soundtracks.
lie. Uh, that's always one of the first things I look at I mean, not look at, or I pay attention
Listen
to when
to.
I'm playing the game is the music. I always pay attention
Mhm.
to. I was like, okay, some of the music is kind of. I was like, okay, you know, that's my little. You know that for anybody who doesn't know that, that's like my little. Uh, I don't know what you call
Your
it. That's
thing.
like my little sound effect when I like some music. I just be like, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so
yeah,
like,
the music, the main song, the main theme song, and several of the other theme songs in this game, are obviously like considered to be like pretty legendary in the world of games, right? Mostly the
correct.
yeah, and they're really good. They're enticing. They really make you feel like something is happening, which we'll talk about more later on. But
Yeah.
yeah, basically the first thing I did when I started the game was just connected my controller. I had to use the 360 one just to make it even more even more realistic to the real experience. And yeah, so at first I kind of thought that the game didn't age very well, which still in my honest opinion it didn't, but it still looks fine. It doesn't look horrible, and once
No, it
again the
doesn't.
soundtrack
It doesn't.
is just amazing. I love it. That's oh my, I can't get over it. Like every single time I turned on the game, I listened to the music for a few minutes and then I started playing. It was good.
Wow.
It was good.
That's
So
that's pretty
in
good.
the Master Chief edition, it shows that there are 11 levels, but
Hmm.
there aren't actually 11. There are only 9. So I'm gonna guess you did all of those 9, right?
Of
Or
course I
you
did.
didn't? Because it's a bit confusing because it doesn't tell you that there are 9. It just tells you there are 11. But once the prologue and the epilogue, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Right? Right?
Right.
Right? Right?
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So the gameplay itself, what did you think about it, man?
Hmm. The gameplay. The gameplay itself. What can I say? It was decent. Like I said,
What do you mean
I'm not a
decent?
real
Like,
shooter type person. My aim is always bad in in a shooting game. So I was definitely having trouble. Actually getting some of the enemies. I was having trouble killing some of them, and like I was dying a lot. I was like, wait a minute, okay, I got to get this
yeah.
together because I cannot be dying like this. I was like,
Did you ever
no,
get
no, no,
stuck
no.
because you ran out of ammo, and then when you got like just as you got to the checkpoint, you had no ammo. So whenever you got back to that checkpoint, you had like started with no ammo.
Yeah, I'm be like, see,
Yeah.
yeah, because when I be shooting the game, I should be, I gotta stop doing that. Some game,
Going all
I
crazy,
should be
right?
wasting my ammo.
Who cares about the accuracy?
Okay, apparently I
So
don't.
so
Shoot.
so actually yeah, like the aiming is kind of difficult on this game. Mostly on like the default weapon. Um basically all the weapons are very inaccurate. Like all of them are, unless you get like the sniper, which has good accuracy. The little machine gun that has the scope on it.
Yeah.
What else?
They had a
Anything with
bunch
the
of different
scope.
weapons, and I can't even
Yeah.
really think to name them all. This game had a bunch of different weapons.
Yeah, they have a ton of weapons, and but only the scoped weapons are really the ones that are good, that actually do something. And like it's still, they're still good though. Like the other ones still work, but it just takes
if you
really
can make
long
use
to
out
kill.
of them.
Right, they take a lot of time to kill an enemy if they're far away with just like the average Joe weapon. But by the way, it's also hard to take damage in general if you're in the harder difficulty. So what difficulty did you play this on?
I played on normal.
Really?
If no legend, no other difficulty, because I said, wait a minute, I'm just not starting. I don't know nothing about this game. I was thinking about.
So you managed to beat it all in normal?
Yeah, I did. I beat the campaign. I did.
Kudos to you, man. That's actually not bad, honestly, because the game, even in normal, it can get a little bit challenging.
Yeah, because this game actually pissed me off a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, but I said
I can definitely bet that it did, because the first 5 or 6 levels of the game, I did them in legendary, and which obviously you know how frustrating this game can get.
Yes,
and they're really smart. The AI is really smart. Really smart. Sometimes like they push you instead of you pushing them.
They was getting on my nerves. I want to punch every single one of them.
Yeah, and literally punch them. And and the rest of the campaign, I did it in heroic, which is a little bit higher than normal. But yeah, basically the difference between like something like legendary or heroic to like normal or easy is that the enemies take like 1,000,000 times more bullets.
You know something? I hate when games actually do that. Like I hate when you all you do is put
just
a high
for the
difficulty.
sake of. Yeah, that's not real difficulty. That's just making them a punching bag.
Yeah, they just give them more health and crap. I was like, come on there, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of disencouraging, because like at least through my experience in legendary, you basically like you have your gun, right? The default gun has the most bullets. You have to like know what gun has more bullets or what, because you're gonna have a really bad time if you don't check what bullets or how many bullets each weapon has. Right. For example, if the little revolver gun that you're never gonna use that gun. Why? Because it doesn't have that many bullets, so there's no point of you even taking it, and you're not gonna find bullets for that gun ever in that map. So don't use that gun, because you'll never find bullets for it. Only use guns that you're gonna find that like a little thing that has ammo for it. At least through my experience. Once again, if you're playing this on easy, you could probably get any gun and just shoot them once and they're dead, right? But if you're in legendary, you literally have to use up. You can't waste any bullets, and you have to headshot them every single time. That's why I say get the guns that are accurate and that have the best accuracy and the most bullets, which not many guns have. Like one of the alien guns, the purple one, I believe like the aiming on it is really good, and it does pretty good damage, and it's not that hard to find the ammo for it. No, you're often killing enemies.
Yeah, because a lot of them, they just had ammo lying somewhere. I was like, okay, Fortnite. I'm just playing. I'm sorry, y'all. Please don't come for me in the comments. I was just playing. Okay.
But yeah, they essentially like what I had to do. My strategy was like I used all my ammo on one guy, literally one guy.
Oh wow.
On one of the big guys, and then I had to go pick up his weapon and use that on the other guy, use all the ammo, and then that guy that I just killed, pick up his gun and kill the next guy and pick up his weapon, because it was literally like that the whole game. And there was a ton of enemies in some of the
it was
stages.
They were really getting on my nerves at some point. I was like, y'all got to go.
So before we get into the actual campaign here, out of all the missions, which one was the one that you liked the most and you hated the most?
I actually like the very the first one, the one that where it was in well, I forgot what name. It was just in like a little greenish
Sierra,
area.
Sierra 117.
Yeah, I
Was
think
the
I
name.
like that one because the little robots. I don't know what they what the little triangle. I don't know what them things were. But they made me laugh because they sound like they voice sounded like that robot
They're cute, right?
off
They're not
Borderlands.
robots. They're aliens.
Yeah, it's like they voice
They're
sound
like,
like that robot off.
yeah.
Yeah, like oh, I was like, yeah,
Yeah, they run around everywhere talking smack. Actually, they talk a lot of crap about you. Actually, one thing that I loved was that they all call you demons. They're like, the demons are here.
see.
I don't know if you noticed that. Like, they talk a lot of crap, but it's so funny, and they talk like they're like the victims.
Yeah,
Oh no, the demon's gonna kill us.
yeah.
Some bullshit like that, you know.
I was like, wait a minute, y'all. I was like,
Did you know if you get close to them and you hit them in on the triangle part of their back, it like explodes?
oh yeah, because I think I got hit by it one time because I think I hit them. Then I just heard a, and I just said, huh? And then
Yeah.
no, they explode. I was like, okay, I gotta get no.
Another funny thing is that like those grunts, they often actually that's their real name, grunts.
Is that what they call?
Yeah, that's the official name. Those grunts, like they will stick a bomb onto themselves and kamikaze you.
Wow.
They do that very often.
Wow, that's
very
all I
often.
can say. They just sit they butt down somewhere.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I like that part about it though. It's like they're always saying something sassy though. Like if you're just waiting around the corner and you just let them talk, they're just talking all the smack they want. And
Right.
I love it, man. It's so good. But so yeah, I guess we're about to go into the campaign. But before we go into the campaign, is there anything that we missed, like gameplay wise or?
I don't think so. So I don't think so. I think we pretty much nailed it so far. I think we have pretty much talked about.
One thing is that there are a ton of secrets in this game.
Yeah, I actually
So,
did find some of them skulls. I remember you was telling me about the little skulls before I even got into the game. So I actually did find some of them skulls because it was one part where I was actually doing something. Cause I remember at first I was just like, I'm gonna just get through this game. Well, it was actually some part where I was exploring until I got later on in the game. And that's when I started trying to just get through it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. It started getting difficult. Yeah, it gets like that. Actually,
but I did start off exploring though. So
yeah, that's good. At least you treaded through at the beginning, trying to find them. But there's actually two kinds of secrets in this game. There are like those skulls, and there are also Easter eggs.
oh really?
Yeah. There's a ton of these, and these are the best ones. I believe in the second mission. I'll talk about it now because like it's just they will understand as soon as we get there. In the second mission, you're basically going through a base, and that's all I'm gonna say. But if you go to a certain if you keep walking through a certain hall, they don't tell you that you can or can't go through this hall. They just have it there, and you go through it, and you end up finding a soldier, like a random soldier, and he's like next to a door, and he's just knocking at the door, and you hear these two dudes arguing about ammo. They're like, he's like, dude, we need ammo. They're killing us out there.
Yeah. I got to that part. Yeah. And I was sure, but he was like, how I know that you're not one of the? He was like, well, if I was once, would I be doing? He was like, I was like, where really are? Really?
Would I be asking for ammo? Yeah.
I was like,
and you can find a lot of these secrets in different places where you go to like either a secret room or this or that. And there are also one more kind of secrets. I'm gonna guess you did find some of these. It's like a little archive that you can read.
Was it on a computer? I mean, it was on like
Yeah,
a
it was
computer?
like a computer thing.
Oh yeah, I remember what they was called. The game called them terminals or some terminals.
Yeah, the terminals, and actually, they're in one part of the game, even Cortana asks you, "Wait, you know what these are? How many have you found?" And and actually, I'll talk about should I talk about the secret stuff right now anyway, or just to get it out of the way, or should I wait until we get to those missions?
I think
maybe when we get to those missions.
Yeah,
right?
when we actually get there. Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the first one now. That's like a little nod to that. So anyway, I guess we'll go over the campaign. So yeah, there's a lot to say about the campaign. I actually didn't write like extremely big paragraphs for each one like I usually do, because I just thought, hey, we played the game, and like I think most people have at this point, but the people that haven't will kind of get a, it's a shooting game. There's not much to say about like there's the objectives and all that, but there's not much to say about it besides the experience we had.
I sure gonna be like, shoot, it was just a bunch of shooting in every level.
Yeah, it's basically that, but it's just like you could maybe comment of like if it was more difficult or something funny happened, or a certain technique or strategy that you did. Like, did you hide and like just come out and just shoot them a little bit at a time, or did you just go all balls out and dicks out and started going crazy and killing them all, or that sort of thing,
Well, given the way like I was trying, I did have a lot of moments where I just like came out swinging, or in this case came out shooting. But when I was getting shot myself, I definitely had to take some step back, because I was like, okay, I had to replenish. I said, let me slow down.
Yeah, your health, right?
Yeah, I was like, let me slow down. Let me slow down. Replenish.
That's one sound effect that you're gonna hear a lot in this game.
Yep.
But it's satisfying though. It's really satisfying. So yeah, the first mission, I guess we'll go over that.
What did you call it?
You like to start?
Sierra
117, which I think that's Master Chief's number. Like, that's his special number.
All right. Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Master Chief.
So, Master Chief. So you can go ahead and start out with this one, and I'll just like I'll back you up with the first mission.
All right. Well, we get here, and so we got to try to follow these Marines through this forest, and we just trying to kill the enemy. We trying to basically trying to evacuate this area.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, isn't there like a crash landing at the beginning?
Yeah.
And then like the first cutscene happens, right?
Yeah,
where like
we get the very first
they find
cutscene.
you, and they find Master Chief, and they're like, Johnson. He's like, hey, we're just gonna take this little chip, that Cortana used to be in, but then he's like, he grabs his arm and he's like, hey there, buddy, I'm alive. That sort of thing. And they just basically, you start the mission, and it's actually like a jungle-like mission, which is actually, it looks really nice. This stage is very memorable. I love this stage.
I like the only one I liked. One of the only ones I liked.
Really? I liked a ton of them, and for many reasons. But anyway, so basically you get through it. At this point, I thought that the AI was a little bit dumb, but they get a little bit crazier as you go on in the level. So you go through like this jungle area at first, and then like you go through like some waterfalls, and then at some point you get to like a little harbor, and like you often see like these big ships coming and shooting at you. And like they drop a lot of enemies.
Right.
Yeah. And afterwards you get to this other area where like they kill a dude, right? Like it's a cutscene where there's a guy punches a big old dude, but then he gets kicked inside the that was funny as hell.
I actually had because apparently I didn't know, I just be pressing buttons. I didn't know you could just interrupt. I interrupted that and I ended up shooting at them before they killed. I was like, huh?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You could interrupt stuff, like, and
Yeah.
you could basically like change the outcome of some things, like if whether some of them die or not.
Yeah, cause I showed it was I was like, huh? Cause I pressed the button to like I was just like, okay, I was like, it's cutscene. Well, like, what is this? And so I pressed the button to scope or whatever, and then I said, oh, can I shoot? And I said, it did. All of a sudden I said, pow, and then they fell out.
Yeah.
And it was like, ah. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they like yell and like they panic and stuff whenever you destroy their shields or you shoot at them. Yeah, that was a funny part about that. But to be honest, like I said, the first 5 stages, at least this one, I did hide a little bit because I had to try to find like, a ton of ammo. Since I just I haven't played the game in a long time, so I kind of forgot how the concept
I ain't played
works.
this game at all.
Yeah, and exactly, right. And but I like that the alien guy, he helps you at the first stage, so you feel like you're not alone completely.
Yeah.
You feel like someone's there for you. I have to say, even though that he's a bot, I felt quite safe because he would just pull out his energy sword and just start swinging it at people.
Yeah, like
I don't know. It was satisfying to see. But yeah, you rescue Johnson. Yeah, Johnson is the one you rescue, right?
yeah.
And once you rescue him, that's basically the end of the mission.
And that's that.
That's that one. 1 out of the 9. Then we go on to mission 2, which is called the Crow's Nest. I forget how this one starts. Oh yeah. It talks about the Alien King, the one that's trying to take over Halo.
Oh yeah, cause like don't they be in the thing and they talking to who they were talking to somebody on the thing. Then it like cuts off and they like try to restore the woman like try to restore the power or something. And then they be like it's regenerate, it's charging or something. Then all of a sudden I don't even know this dude's name. He just come up on the screen and be like, y'all will die.
Yeah, he's just talking his shit, and you're like, well, I'm gonna kill you later, and yeah, and you're basically inside your base, and like they're taking over, they're invading the base, and actually, oh, I don't know why I wrote this down, but you can shoot rats. There are literally rats inside the base. So if you look down and shoot them, and they will make a noise like.
I didn't bother them. I didn't bother them.
I had to, man. I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna try to kill it, and it exploded as soon as I shot it. So, yeah, kudos to you. Thank you, Microsoft. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So you go through the base and like they're trying to invade. Well, they actually do invade, and you just try your best to fend them off, and that's where like they also introduce these bug enemies, the ones that fly around.
They were called what were they called?
Insects.
No, they were called drones, wasn't it?
Are they really? I thought they were like bugs.
You talking about the ones that fly, right?
Yeah, they fly and
they fly like some bees. Yeah, I think it was drones. They called them drones.
Oh crap! I thought they were bugs, like insects. Or they look like insects, but they're drones.
Yeah,
probably. So yeah, basically you go throughout your base and you kill a ton of people. I like this mission in particular because you find a ton of ammo because it's your base and there's a lot of places where you'll get a lot of ammo. So there was that. Then after you fight like the raid, because you get to like where the ship is at, where the ships are at, and then like you kill a ton of people there. Some of the people in your base, you help them leave, and then you have to go back to the main base because something happened. You have to go to the control room. You go back there, and it's already all fucked up. Like everything is just going. It's in mayhem, and yeah, basically there. We didn't even mention Cortana keeps bothering you.
Oh yeah, She does pop
That's
in.
like Fee, dude. It's like Fee in Skyward Sword. She doesn't fucking stop. Like, you're just trying to mind your own business, do your own thing, and she's like, "Oh, yesterday I had a bowl of cereal," and she doesn't shut the hell up, man.
Yeah, I remember the first time I did it. I think I had jumped. I was like, "Girl, what is you doing on my screen like that?"
Like, get off my screen, man.
I was like, "Wait."
Yeah, and it's cool because like at some part of the mission, you help some people escape, and I think like you have to detonate a bomb in there, right, at the end of the mission, and then you leave in the elevator, and it just explodes the whole thing. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was a really nice mission. Yeah. It's not the most interesting, but it is actually fun.
Yeah. Now looking back at it, it was alright. It was alright. It was alright. It was cool for what it was. It was alright.
It was cool for what it was. So mission 3, Sabi Highway. Yeah, this
Sabi
one.
V.
Sabi Highway.
You sure it's a V?
Yeah, it's Sabi. Tsavi. Sabi. But yeah, this mission. I fell in love with this mission. So here you start out like in the same bunkers. Like obviously you go down the elevator, but everything's destroyed. It's like really dark, and there's some people that are like really hurt, and I actually whacked them a few times.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny, and so some people are just like injured, and some people are just like trying to find a way out, and then you find the beautiful warthog. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle, and
yes,
it's like a 4-man vehicle, five-man vehicle, and you just ride it, and everyone gets on, and you go out into the open, which was one of my favorite parts coming back to this game. It was just like all of the places you have been to are kind of dark besides the first mission, and then as soon as you get out, it's just so bright, so beautiful, it's gorgeous. Is there anything you liked about this mission?
I just had to get through it. I just drove through it, and then isn't this where you? Maybe I might be moving too fast. I was about to say, isn't this where you fight the little? Maybe not. Maybe it's the next one.
I kind of forget this mission a little bit, but basically you go into this mission. You drive a lot. I know you drive a ton in this mission, and essentially you basically like fend like just to be clear, in most of these missions there's a lot of raids, and there's a lot of hordes of enemies, so we're going to be saying that a lot because that's just what it is. Like,
and that was the main thing that
you go to a place,
me.
you horde off, you kill a horde, go to another place, you kill another horde. I mean, it's all like mindless shooting anyway, which is really fun. No, well, not completely mindless because you do have to strategize.
You had to watch yourself,
right. But it's just good old fun. Just get to shoot things and have fun, right? It's innocent killing, if there's such a thing. So so anyways, you get on your warthog and you like drive and kill. You let the guy behind you do his thing, shoot everyone, and then just run over people, run over some aliens, and it's fun. And you go through this tunnel, and then you find a ton of more enemies, and you fight a ton of more enemies. That's really what I remember from this mission. That's the takeaway.
Yep. And I do remember having to they call these little things wraith or whatever. They call them wraiths, and you had to hijack one. I do remember that.
Wait, what?
Wait, the part where you had to hijack a wraith.
You had to hijack a raid? Like
a
Raid Shadow Legends.
Wraith. Not raid. Wraith.
What's a wraith?
It's one of them enemy vehicles. The one with the little I think it was like blue. They had blue lights on there.
Oh yeah. I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
And
It
had
looks
nice.
similar to the. It looks similar to the ghost, right?
Yeah, and it had nice firepower.
Okay. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about now. Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's basically that mission. Mission 3, it's fun, but it's like it's just whatever, right? And then oh yeah, we didn't even mention a ship falls out of the sky
Yeah.
and explodes.
The Pelican, right? The Pelican? Or is this
Yeah, the
something else?
Pelican. Yeah, no, I think it was called that, and it falls out of the sky, and that's where you get the next mission. Storm.
Look at me actually remembering some of this stuff.
Yeah, I did not remember the name until now. So yeah, kudos to you, man.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked. Well, not shocked, but not I ain't shocked, but I'm shocked.
You're shocked enough to be considered shocked rather than not shocked.
Right, exactly. Like I'm shocked
about.
That
makes any sense.
Yeah, like I'm shocked about being shocked.
Which you're not shocked that you're shocked of being shocked.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that leads us to the shocking mission of number 4, the God. Storm.
You just my okay.
So I wrote down this mission is also fun. That's I think this is where you like go into a lot of little rooms, and it's like everything's destroyed, and the whole atmosphere of this mission is dark and foggy, right?
Yeah, which I hate atmosphere like that.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Wrong. Actually, no, it wasn't so foggy. It was just a little bit dark. And in this mission, like you just go through the hordes inside like these bases. Not our bases, but like just these. Actually, they are part of our bases, the military, and like they're already taken over. And I know you find a ton of different vehicles here, like the purple one, the ghost. That's the first time you see it. And I remember in this part, like one of the big enemies, the big dudes that can shoot the big guns. He was about to get on one, and I like sniped him from like a mile away, and just went flying. And also the I love the physics as well. When you die, you just become like a ragdoll. So if you get blown up into the sky, you just your limbs are going everywhere. you is right about that. I should know as much as I die in this game, because I'm like, you just be flying everywhere, and I'm like, bro, and then some of them checkpoints be like so crap. I be like, bro, why you send me all the way back here, game? But anyway. But honestly, there are a lot of checkpoints.
Yeah, there is a lot, but some of them checkpoints, it be sending me to such bad spots. So I was like, no, I'm not trying to go back here. I'm not trying to go back this way.
Yeah, it's a little bit dehumanizing when it pulls you back a ton, right? But yeah, like when you die right before a checkpoint, that's when it's like it's the worst. But here there's once again, that's like when you there's more of a vehicle battle in this one, kind of like in the last mission, and there's a lot of tanks shooting at you, and you just I think this is where you also fight the first spider, right?
Oh yeah,
this is the first.
And I remember what this thing is called as well, the scarab.
Well, sure, you can call it that if you like. I call it super big spider. That's in my notes, and that's what it's gonna be called.
I'm just calling it what the game calls it.
Scarab. Okay, the scarab, and I like the weapons that you find on the top part. Because like they shoot a ton of missiles, and you basically have to shoot down the legs, and there are also enemies on the top. You basically shoot down the legs, which it's actually not that hard to beat them, but sometimes they get a little bit annoying through my experience. Not in this mission, but in other missions, they got a little bit annoying. So they shoot a beam.
I bet.
Yeah, and they shoot a green beam that makes you like fly super high, and they also shoot these other blue beams from the top of their heads, and those are a little bit more annoying, but whatever, not a big deal. And anything else that they do? I don't think they do anything else, right? Besides,
Now that's the only thing
just
they
move
do
around.
besides shoot them beams. But
and they can step on you, and you can go flying a million miles up in the air.
oh yeah, that's happened. That's happened to me too.
I swear I hit the frickin' skybox, dude. I swear. I went flying. I was like launched. I was catapulted
Right, like
into a different planet. But
like didn't have no remorse, no
Yeah,
remorse at
exactly.
all.
no remorse, dude. And from there, what happens? You keep going, and you destroy a machine, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't understand my notes here. I don't know why. I said destroyed the main machine that was shooting up in the air. I
Yeah,
don't understand that.
what is that thing in the scarab, right? And you have to go in there, and you got to
No,
destroy.
I meant after the scarab.
Oh, oops.
You keep going through the, like, they tell you, oh, let's go through here, and then you destroy a machine.
Oh yeah, and that's why like that's almost like let me try.
I don't
this.
remember that part, to be honest. I just going off what I wrote down. And then Cortana appears again at the end. Doing
Looking
the things she
stupid.
always does. Yeah. So then that goes to our next mission. Mission 5, Floodgate.
And I started. This is where I started to really hate the game because I couldn't stand these doggone enemies. I could not stand
Yeah.
these enemies.
I know. I trust me. I know what mission you hate the most. I know, which is the worst mission that you experienced.
Yeah, I couldn't stand. I actually had to turn my game down because I hate the way these enemies scream. I couldn't stand it.
But
Yeah.
that's like it's the same thing if you're playing Half-Life. They also make weird noises, but it's still fun to just, and it's creepy because that the ambience around it is like that no one else is around you.
Yeah.
Like everyone's dead. But like I said, the person who kept me motivated was my OG, the alien guy. I call him my alien friend because I forget his name.
Yeah,
Let's
I was
call him,
like, yeah,
Brovazar.
But when I see like this is part where I started rushing through the game because I was like, okay, you know what? I got to just they think pissing me off. I was like, why is they? And I just had.
Well, they don't know yet, right? Because we need to tell them why it's the part that you started rushing. So this was truly one of the darkest and foggiest missions.
Yeah.
Or the foggiest mission. There's these enemies right here. They're called parasites, or I don't know what they're called.
They're called the Flood.
They're called the Flood, exactly.
Yeah.
But the enemies themselves look like parasites, and they actually are parasites because if one of your friends died or there's a dead body, they will go inside that dead body and you have to kill it. So they literally look like you're like one of the dudes from Left 4 Dead or from Half-Life. They literally look like those enemies, so you have to watch out. And there's different variations, like ones that are really big, some that are normal, some that can still control the enemy's weapon and shoot you, which is crazy, And at the beginning of that mission, there's a horde, and they're just trying to kill you. But I thought it was fun to kill them. Just a little bit creepy, right?
Yeah, that was getting on my nerves.
Yeah. So you go through like these really dark areas. But to be honest, even though it did have an eerie feel to them, they're not actually scary though. At least in my opinion. It's like the game it doesn't do a great job completely enticing you in that feeling until later on.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about a certain mission that I'm sure gave Torres a heart attack, like being in it. But
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
It was just very unsettling at that point.
Very,
like, okay, this is getting on my
the
nerves.
mission that I'm stating right now that gave you those really bad vibes. But before we get there, this mission right here, it's just a little bit eerie. It's dark. It's foggy. this is the first time you see like creepy crap starting to happen, and these are the main enemies, the parasites. Well, they kind of are your main enemies at this point, but later on they're not.
Yeah, it's just like they're in the way at this very moment.
Right. It's kind of like think of it like Medusa in Kid Icarus, the new Kid Icarus, not really new. And then you have to fight the demon guy,
Hades.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that happens if you played Kid Icarus. You have
I can't believe you like you just forgetting these. I'm like you played it. I haven't really played much of it. I think the most Kid Icarus I played, y'all, was just whooping him in the versus battle, which I did.
No, you did not.
Which I did.
You suck.
Which I did.
You lost, dude. You sucked at the game, dude. I remember.
No, I remember. You got wrecked.
No, dude, you couldn't even touch me, man. I would destroy you.
Wrecked. Anyway, y'all,
you said you don't even play shooting games. And
yeah, this podcast is not about
saying
Kid
you beat
Uprising. This podcast is not about that game. We are talking about.
Well, that's besides the point. But anyway, we're back to the topic. Yeah, so basically, those monsters, they're everywhere, and sometimes actually they fall from the ceiling. And it's kind of like it did give me a little jump scare there, and they kind of climb like little monkeys. Some of them are like climbing around everywhere.
Oh yeah, like they just like they whole thing just they whole them whole enemies in general just really just be pissing me off, which I didn't like.
Yeah, they're and there's a lot of variations of them too. So it's like
it's like too much.
There's one that I hate in particular, one that has like spikes on its back. It doesn't matter how much you shoot it, it doesn't die. You have to either beat the crap out of it with your arms or explode it with a grenade. It's that one in particular I didn't like, but the rest it's fine because you can just kill them with bullets.
Cause I hate and then like when you do kill them, it sounds like you was it sounded like you was like when you kill
them, make a lot of noises.
Then they would make them stupid weird sounds I can't stand. So I just had to cut the dog on TV. Not TV. I just had to cut my computer down when I was doing this. I was just like, I'm not gonna be hearing this. Let me just go kill these things and play. And I had to play me some I think I played with some soul music. I played like If You're Happy and You Know Clap Your Hands. You're playing play that, but I played me like
you need some Jesus in your life, right?
I played me some good some happy music when I was playing through this.
Some motivational music to get you by, right?
Yes.
It's necessary sometimes.
Like that song "Staring at the Blank Page Before You." You know that song like that.
But anyway, so basically you end up finding Cortana, kind of. Right, that little robot is the one that shows up at that point.
Yeah,
and I
don't know nothing about that robot.
Do it, and he's like, Master Chief's like, no, and then he's like, do it, and he's like, no, and then Master Chief's like, no, and then he's like, do it. He wants to kill Cortana, essentially, and he's like, no, don't do it. But then they don't kill her, but he does take Cortana, kind of. It's not the real Cortana, but it's like a piece of her. Like the memory card, let's say. For you kids that don't know what a memory card, it's something that you stick inside your console to get more storage. Okay, I have to state that because
will they really not know
they don't exist anymore.
I guess not.
Most kids don't know what a memory card or a memory stick. Which, by the way, if you say memory stick, I'm gonna punch you in the face if I ever meet you. But
no, he's not.
They're called memory cards.
He's not.
I am. That is a threat. Yes.
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that, y'all.
Anyways, so yeah, they're basically they're arguing about it, and oh yeah, this is the cutscene where the captain and the commander are arguing about what's gonna happen with Cortana. Like, we can't trust Cortana, the human race. We got it. The Earth is all we got. Gotta stand by.
Because he was saying that they got to stay in and fight or whatever.
And Master Chief and the other one's like, no, we gotta risk it. We gotta risk it to get the biscuit. And so basically that's what happens. And so Master Chief does his thing, and the commander or the captain, he's like, well, I trust you, Master Chief. And that's you just do your thing.
Well, he didn't exactly say he trusts him. He was just like, what did he say? He was just like, either you had the best idea ever,
or the worst one.
But he was like,
that was so funny.
And he was just like, I doubt I'll live to find out. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. How do you remember this? I know the lines, but I don't remember them like at the top of my head.
Now I don't remember them that way. I just remember certain parts because like I would just be like, dog. I remember when he said, I was like, dog. I was like, hopeful much. No.
Yeah, that's man, you got it perfect, man. That was good. If you remember any of the other lines, just let them out. Oh man, I'm dying. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Nah, he didn't exactly say he trusted him. He was just like,
yeah, his lines were kind of funny though. But let's be honest here. The production value of this game is extremely high. Like, this is called a triple. This is a AAA game in its heyday. You cannot go wrong with like the quality. The quality is definitely there. There was definitely no there was no cutting corners in this game at all. Like, everything was in tip-top shape. The voice acting, the how the game looks, it looks very beautiful for 2007. Like, it's gorgeous. What were we playing in 2007? What, Brawl? And I mean, it did have them like ultra realistic textures, right? But,
that's what
so we only had that. But
Mario
besides that, what did we have? Mario Party 8
overall.
We can't compare Mario Party 8 to freaking Halo 3. You know, very different games. But you know, in terms of quality, they had a lot of quality.
Yeah.
Halo did. Microsoft's godchild. So, yeah. Well, that leads us on to the next mission, which is mission 6, the Ark.
Yep, the Ark. And we're not talking about the Ark in the Bible. We're talking about this game.
Or the Ark, the game. We're just talking about
the
mission.
We definitely not talking about Ark, the game.
Yeah, that game is a whole different thing, which I played on my streams, which you guys can find me in twitch.tv/MaruXX55. Just letting you guys know, you guys can go there.
You over here doing a shameless plug, and I'm over here talking about how Ark was on Nintendo Switch. They tried to get their game on the Switch.
Was it? How many frames did it run at? Like,
it did bad. I mean, I remember when they first had some early footage of it, and it sounded like it was running that bad. But when it actually came out, I was like, oh no.
I wouldn't dare to touch that game on the Switch, even if my life depended on it.
But you're right though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at
parties suck balls on the Switch.
Like,
they look bad.
Like game developers, they had to spend
cost
a lot
more.
of time. They got to spend a lot of time to try to cram some of those games into like where it fits under 4 gigabytes or whatever. Like, they had to do this for The Witcher 3. They had to spend a lot of time. They had to spend a lot of time developing them, like optimizing them games to fit on the Switch.
And they make games worse, actually. Because if you look at, let me give you an example, a very clear example. Dragon Quest, right? Dragon Quest 11, the elusive whatever, the one with the, so let's take his game, right? So this game came out on the PS3 or PS4 a few years back. A while back, actually. A really long time ago. It looked beautiful because it was on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 or whatever. PlayStation 4, sorry. Anyway, so the models look great. Everything looks great. It's amazing game. Then a 3DS port comes out, which is essentially the same game, but obviously it's placed very differently. But it's still at least good. It looks good. It plays good. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's a completely different engine, completely different everything. That's expected. Now they made a PC port for it, which also looked amazing because it's based on the PS4 version, which has good assets. Now let's take the definitive edition, right? So they based this on the Switch, with the Switch in mind, not with other consoles. So they first released it on the Switch, which means the quality of the assets are already bad. The textures are already really bad, right? Because they're running at most 900p, not even 1080. And then that definitive edition that was already out on all the on the PlayStation 4 and on PC and stuff, they re-released it on like the PS4 and I think maybe PS5 and the Xbox and PC again. But get this, all the textures, they're already low quality because they were put on the Switch on this port. So now every other port that got the Switch definitive edition,
right,
now all has these really shitty textures that you can only get if you played the one before the definitive edition, which obviously doesn't have as much stuff and doesn't have all of these quality of life improvements. So, like for example, on the definitive edition, you can speed the game up if you want. There's a speed button, so you don't have to watch all the fights if you don't want to.
Right.
But you can't get that on the other version, which looks, you can put it in 4K and the textures are in 4K and everything. But this one, if you put it in 4K, the textures look like ass, and you're like, yeah, it looks like you're playing a Nintendo 64 game with upscaled. Which once again, it doesn't look that bad for a Nintendo 64 game. But when you get a modern game on modern consoles with high quality assets but a shitty texture on it, it's just a bad day overall, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
like,
I'm going over talking about
some things just shouldn't be done, guys. Also, we have got a what that thing he was that was just a little discouraging, y'all. Now let's get back to our topic.
Yeah, I just started going over Dragon Quest. Anyway,
which
it's good for people to know.
Which ain't nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you got to point out sometimes what these people. I mean, but then again, like they are pretty. I mean, they do good at what they do, but and I don't be trying to point the finger and be like, okay, y'all can do this much better, because I'm not in that field.
I think just need better hardware, but it's kind of impossible, for something that small. Now we have seen other companies do it, and the Steam Deck just came out. Actually, that just came out. It's a console that from Steam, and it's $400, and it can play a lot of titles at pretty good settings. Much higher than the Switch.
I've seen that, guys.
So I see what Nintendo's trying to do at keep making it cost effective, but it's not even that cost effective because the Switch is already expensive, right? And then you got to buy a ton of Joy-Cons because God knows when they're gonna fix it, or if they're even gonna fix it.
And I don't even think that Switch OLED model is worth that. It's like supposed to be that extra $50. I'm like, first of all, y'all just put a OLED screen, didn't even really change nothing but the dock. I'm just like,
when you can just get a Steam Deck and play even more games and at higher qualities and
but that's only if you're playing in handheld mode though. They didn't change
exactly.
They ain't changed nothing for dock mode.
Exactly. That's just it's ridiculous. Anyway, that's for a different market of people. That's not for us. So I'm not gonna just banter on it too much because it's not for us. That's why we don't like it. It's like if people complain about let's just say Captain Toad. That game was meant for babies, okay? You can't complain. You can't really say, oh, the game was not complex enough. I feel like they could have done a lot more things with it. Yes, of course, no shit. But it's meant to be for kids, for kids to be able to play it too. So you can't get. I'm
just like, I wait for an actual upgrade for the Switch. Like the OLED model is not a upgrade. It's not a really true upgrade. So I just wait for an actual true upgrade.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it unless I become like a billionaire tomorrow. Then I'll get one for you, for everyone, and maybe for every viewer. Why not? Okay, that's a joke. I'm not gonna do that, but it's only for the viewers, but not you.
Wait,
I'm joking.
Yeah, please don't get punched in your eye, cause
But yeah, anyway, that's besides the
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
So
Okay,
we were on
y'all,
mission 6.
We have done it again. We have got excursion again. Let us get back to the topic of
So we're
Halo
back to
3.
Arc, and which is the mission. And this is a desert mission. Honestly, I really like this mission because you just start out with a big old sniper rifle.
I was actually I was
caliber.
okay with this mission too until they got to the flood part. That's what pissed me off again.
Oh yeah, there's a flood part in here.
Yeah, because
too, right?
they come like invade. They was like why are they following us or something? And I was like everything was going smooth. I liked this a lot until they came.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, in this mission at the very beginning, when you kill the first like few infantries, that's my favorite part of the mission because like you're just sniping, you're just having fun. I don't know why I got like a Star Wars vibe.
Star Wars.
That's kind of it's weird. I don't know why. I think because like in the Star Wars series, there's like a part where they're like in the desert, and I don't know. It's just let me be, man. But anyway, so then a chopper comes in, and
that voice, okay.
I like the you get to use a chopper, right? And this voice. Wait, what's the chopper? It's a vehicle, but I know it's not the flying one like in real life.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, not a helicopter. I mean, that's why I was saying helicopter. Oh no,
a chopper is a helicopter in real life, but
okay, that's good. I was about to feel dumb for a second.
Yeah, don't worry, you good. But yeah, so there's a vehicle called a chopper, which I forget how it looks. Is it the one that has like a big wheel in the front and it shoots in the side? I forget, but after dealing with a few waves of enemies, they all have like tons of big vehicles.
Yeah, they do.
You basically open a few doors so you can let them pass through. So you have to like get out of your vehicle and hit the switch, and then they can get through. So you use a ton of vehicles in this stage, and it's fun to use them though. I thought like the whole driving mechanics were fun. Not really as good as they are now, but they are okay. I think you fight another one of those spiders.
Yeah, a scare tank.
Yeah. Okay, I remember this mission. Yeah, you basically fight them off again, and you have to find a cartographer, which is basically a map of Halo. And yeah, you like go into like this futuristic place, and you get ambushed, but you don't get ambushed by parasites in this one. Only by the normal dudes, the normal aliens. And you fight a horde, you escape, and huzzah! That's the end of the mission, I think. Is there anything you want to add to that? I might have not added like something important.
And now I don't think so, because I'm trying to. I just remember fighting a scarab, and then I killed them. I'm trying to remember because I didn't really write any notes or anything. I just
you didn't write notes.
Yeah, I just kind of like wrote little simple stuff.
Oh, okay. I wrote a paragraph for each mission.
Yeah.
I usually write at least a paragraph, because if not, it's like it gets really hard to yeah.
Okay, so I know after we destroyed the scarab, I think I destroyed it from the inside.
Then you go into the place and you get ambushed or something. Find the cartographer.
Oh yeah, because we had to. I know you had to. Because the arc had a barrier or something. Maybe I'm getting too far, because I was thinking about the cutscene where like you talking to the little circle thing, and they were saying how the arc had some barriers around it, and you had to try to. You had to try to activate all the switches so you can remove the barrier.
Yeah, you have to do that, and then that actually leads you to mission 7, which is called the Covenant. And this one is started.
So I am getting ahead of myself. Sorry.
Yeah, that's actually you're kind of they both have a similar story to them. Like you
Yeah.
have to you have to open the tower barriers for
Mm-hmm.
this one. So here, like just right off the back, it starts off with a cutscene like with a bunch of flying vehicles just hitting each other, aircrafts just shooting at each other, and it's really dramatic. The music is good. It's just wow. So this is one of the longest missions in the game, right behind maybe the final mission. But it's I don't know. I think in my opinion this was the longest maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it felt exciting. It felt really good to play this one. It was really long, but it was still really fun. So this is like a foresty plain area with a lot of
Yeah.
waterfalls. I liked this mission. I liked how it looked. And you didn't really get to play multiplayer, but if
No,
you
we
do,
didn't.
it's really fun. And a lot of these missions are like they have a lot of maps based on them. So yeah, it actually feels pretty good when you get to play them because like you'll feel a little bit like yeah you'll remember a lot of these areas that
Right.
you go into.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, so that's basically where that's the setting itself. A lot of big trees and stuff. And yeah, you have to deactivate a tower and you get on your warthog. Oh yeah, there's also a mongoose, which is like an ATV four-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
And but you get on your on your warthog and you ride around having some pretty crazy fights. I remember there was like a tank trying to take me down, and there were some dudes trying to shoot me with like
on.
yeah, a lot of stuff going on at one time. And then you go into the first tower right through the bottom, and yeah, you kind of get up to the very top, and you fight off the rest of the dudes. And what happened there? Yeah, you basically fight a ton of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
You kill the dude at the top. You hit the switch, and then then you like get news about the other crew that they couldn't destroy. They couldn't activate the thing, right? So you had to go help them.
Right.
And yeah, so you have to go shut down the other tower, not activate it, but shut it down. And what happens from here? Yeah, so we basically go to help them. And oh yeah, after you drive quite a bit back to the sea, because that's where you start out in this mission, you get a hovercraft. Yay!
Oh yeah.
You get to fly.
I can't think of the
It's
actual
called the
name
Hornet.
for it, but
It's called the Hornet.
yeah, I couldn't think of the actual name for it. I was like hovercraft. What was the name of it?
Yeah, and it shoots. It has like a machine gun, and it has some missiles, and you can fly up and down, and good old fun.
Yeah.
Did you play this on a keyboard or with a controller?
Yep.
Did you play this with a keyboard or a controller?
I did a controller.
Okay, yeah.
Thank God. Switch controller specifically.
Okay, well, there you go. Played Halo with the Switch controller.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, it's very similar to an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, it's almost the same at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so afterwards, yeah, you basically have to just destroy a ton of crap in the air, which is fun, really, really fun.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was really happy playing this stage. Then once you get in there and you kill everyone in the tower and you shut it down, a meteorite comes in there, and those parasites come out of the meteorite, and you're like, what the heck? And then I'm out of ammo because I just used it.
The flood. Yep, that's what I was talking about. The flood come out, and I'm just like, not these folks again.
Mm-hmm. So you have to just get in there and kill them all. And yeah, so once you like kind of escape, you have to go take out the flood in a way, and like you go through like this winter area, right?
Yeah.
And I actually really like this part because
Yeah.
Like you go through like the side of a mountain, and
Yeah.
I died a ton here, a ton. You have to fight a ton of enemies here as well.
And then not only we had to fight a bunch of enemies, two of them scarabs gonna come.
Yeah. How did that work out for you?
Oh well, I died a lot as well, but once I
died so many times, and not because of me, because of my stupid teammate, stupid bot. You know the guy in the back of the warthog. So usually that's a turret.
That's why I wish I could control two people, because I was like that it was getting on my nerves too. I was like, can you aim at the right thing? I'm like, God dog.
Yeah, and not only that, but like I wanted to place my warthog at a certain place where the scarab wouldn't look at me, but I can still shoot it and I can just go in and kill it easily. But I would get off, tell him to get off the turret. I get on the turret and I start shooting it, and then he's like, "Okay, I'll help you drive," and I'm like, "Fuck you!" And then he just starts driving and then gets me killed. He drives towards the scarab and it shoots and it like sends me off into the abyss.
Yeah,
so
this
happened
like,
too many times.
It'd be like you messed up if you drive, you messed up if you don't drive.
So I ended up killing him.
Wow.
I shot him in the face. I'm like, no. I just went around, placed my warthog, shot the legs, went down, destroyed the bug from the inside, came back out, drove to the other spider, and did the same thing. No Johns.
Okay, nah.
So that was basically it. You basically get to the final tower. Why did I put the Halo King killed the fork? What?
You said what?
I don't know why I typed the Halo King killed the fork.
The Halo did what?
The Halo King killed the fork, like a fork.
Oh,
the eating utensil.
I think it was some kind of cutscene. It was something about like
yeah. He makes him press the button, right?
Yeah, and he was trying to fire the rings, and then the flood ended up being on your side or our side.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so basically, like he pressed the button, and we had to go up the tower, and we had to like as soon as we get to the top, the tippity top, we're about to go fight like a ton of hordes of enemies, but then the parasites come in and help us.
Yeah, they actually on our side. Yeah,
that was a pretty cool part. Oh yeah, they're like threatening Johnson, you know, and we don't want Johnson to be harassed. So and the girl dies too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, poor girl. She tried to do her best, but she died. Anyways, so they're helping us. We're just going all out. We're going ham on these stupid aliens, and we stopped the process of the Halo thing shooting out. And the king's like, "No, you'll never defeat me. I'm the god of." And then the guy pulls out his energy sword and stabs him. Cuts off his head.
He'd be like, you need to keep quiet.
You need to keep quiet, bro. And then, so from there, a huge monster comes out of nowhere, and you have to escape. After you escape, that's when you see like Cortana walking around, and you follow her, and that's when the next mission starts. Yeah, probably.
Well, but you did forget, like after we get past all that, we end up having to. The flood turns on us again, and we have to kill them. We have to escape and
exactly
kill them again.
Yes, you do have to kill the flood again because they turn on you. So, that happens, and you're kind of like, yo, what the heck, bro? You know, I thought we were cool.
Like when y'all just on my side, but
exactly,
it doesn't last long apparently.
Yeah,
I mean, what can you expect from a parasite looking thing?
These fake hoes out there, right? By hoes, I mean both male and female.
Wait, you know, Chris Brown said it. Chris Brown said it best in his song. I would say the kid-friendly version. These girls ain't loyal. It's, you know, they're not girls.
Exactly. these people aren't loyal. You can't count on a parasite to do everything for you.
Right.
But you know what they say. Don't let an alien do a Master Chief's job.
Ooh, okay. Now since we get to that part, now we come to the part where we trying to find Cortana, and this right
so
here.
This is what you could say towards his worst mission. This is the mission he hates the most.
I was just on normal, and I hated those getting into them caves with them stupid rock. I don't know what the hell. It was just too much.
Let's be honest. How many times did you die here?
Shoot, it's probably too many to count. They're like about 10,000 times.
I honestly died like maybe a good 20 times in this mission. Because I got stuck. Remember how I told you, like, sometimes you get into a checkpoint and yeah, like sometimes you have like nothing, so you start off every time with nothing.
Yep.
Which it should at least give you some ammo. The game should be able to tell, hey, I saw you died like 100 times by now, let me help you out, let me at least give you some ammo. But no, none of that. He's like, you go figure it out. And that's what you have to do. So yeah, basically this mission, you go into the nest of these parasites, and everything is a parasite. Even you are a parasite at one point. I'm just joking, but everything is a parasite. The walls are parasites. The floors are parasites. Everything is a parasite. I don't know what else to say about it, but at first it looks like Mars, and this evil dude keeps talking to you. I hate that. He's just like,
oh,
don't talk to Cortana. She's mine. Like, we're one body.
Yeah, and then like every time he say something, the screen should be shaking.
The screen like just shakes and like turns dark, and like it like you know, like the fish eye filter. It basically turns into that.
Yeah. I was like, that was pissing me more off than what Cortana was interrupting you. I was like, what the hell?
And at some points, both would happen at the same time, where Cortana and him would do it at the same time. I was like,
I
God damn it.
I do remember that. I was like, what? Really?
So what weapons did you use here to like pass the mission?
You know something? I really don't even remember the weapon because I was just like using random stuff.
To me, it was actually important because like I knew I wasn't gonna find anything. So honestly, the way I went about it, I used the default gun because that one has a ton of ammo, and I used the energy sword. But like you can use it slowly if you use the hitting attack, not the actual shooting attack, right? Because the shooting attack is just hitting, but if you use like the one like the other kind of hit, it only uses up a little bit of the sword instead of like 10 for each big hit. So that's what I was doing. I was only using that, and my energy sword eventually ran out, and I was still using it, but I was whacking every enemy. I wasn't shooting anymore because I didn't want to waste my ammo.
Yep.
So I went throughout the whole thing just hitting people.
So we actually kind of did it like similar because I was using that little stupid energy sword too. Like, first of all, I didn't want to be in these enemies' face, but I just unfortunately had to because I just had this time. Cause I don't.
Most of the time it was me running though from enemies.
Yeah, because first of all, it's too many of them. I ain't gonna be trying to fight all
and
them.
There's not enough bullets.
Exactly.
You know, if you at least they gave you bullets or like enough, okay, I get it. Kill them off, right? But and then they just keep coming. They didn't stop. I'm sure there was a moment where like they stopped a bit, but like it didn't feel like you had much time to breathe, and you had to like really get back so you can heal up again, and then come back and kill at least some, and then run to the next spot. And that's where these enemies that shoot, but when you shoot them, they get down, like they like curl up, but it doesn't kill them, no matter how many times you do it. You have to actually blow them up. So those were the most annoying. Like, you have to climb up this thing, go around it, and they're like 40 of them are shooting at you, and meanwhile a bunch of the other little guys are just trying to kill you. And then the little spiders, oh, they're just like, there's these dudes that blow up and there's spiders everywhere, and they don't take that much damage, but they take enough if there's a lot of them where you can die. And yeah, I hated those spiders. I hated them.
I don't really deal with spiders too much either. I don't like the spiders.
Yeah.
I mean,
but this was I feel, in my opinion, this was such a great mission because it actually did a good job in creeping you out. Like, it did make you like want to shit your pants.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a good mission to you. I ain't gonna lie. Those are why I jump multiple times, which I hate. I don't like this one. That's why I ain't playing too many games like this no more. But like
that means it did what it was supposed to, right?
Because I don't think I jumped that much during the flood. Like, I jumped a little bit, but I just turned that stuff down and just kept. And I just
the only thing in the flood that got me was when they like fell out of the ceiling, and I did not know they were there, and I was like, whoa, what the heck? But besides that, like, in this mission, they're everywhere. You can expect they're next to you, behind you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna turn around, you gotta expect them. So like, you kind of throw away that like feeling of, because there's nowhere to run. Like, all I did was jump around. I was jumping everywhere. I was jumping on their heads. I was jumping on my head. I was jumping on
like
everyone's head.
How that song go? I had nowhere to run to, baby. I had nowhere to hide.
You know, no place to run. And yeah, like I said, I got stuck in a place, and I was kind of like, but I didn't die that many times, to be honest. Then you find Cortana, and you have to blow up the place, which is called High Charity, right? High Charity.
You had to blow up the three the
generators. Yeah, you have to like go and whack them, but 2 of them destroyed all by themselves for me. I don't know why. 2 of them just destroyed, but the other one you have to go whack it, and then everything starts falling apart, and you have to get the crap out of there. But enemies are going even more crazy than they were before, and you have to like jump, and you have no ammo. You have to get lucky sometimes, like if they don't shoot at you or they shoot at the wrong place. So yeah, that kind of I thought it was super cool to do that part, but it was nice to get Cortana back. It was like, you know, Master Chief and Cortana had their little thing, you know, like little romantic kind of thing. I felt bad for Master Chief, honestly. Throughout the whole game, he's just being crapped on. You know, he's taking on the hardest roles, and he's just whatever.
He is. Master Chief.
I also feel bad for the alien friend. You know, they're like the only 2 people doing anything about anything. Yeah. And if it wasn't for them, Halo would have been fucked by now. Anyway, so there were like 1 million enemies on my screen at that point, and one thing made it all better. My alien friend. Yeah. Once I saw him, I was like, oh, my heart.
He actually was a big help. I ain't gonna lie. He was a big help.
At the end. Yeah. What you're already at the final part, and then you just see him shooting a bunch of enemies, and you're like, oh, that's my bro right there. He's a good one. He's a keeper. No, but seriously, he's a freaking big help. Like, he helps a ton at the end there. So yeah, you escape in your little ship, and then you're off to the final mission of the game, which is called Halo.
Yeah. Yep.
Mission 9. So I guess I'm gonna talk about the secret that I found.
Okay.
So
lay it on us.
Yeah. So basically, you go through this like winter area, right? And you're like doing your thing, and there's a drop off area where you drop down, and then that's where like you go into a really big area, and that's like where the cool part starts, like where the enemies are everywhere, the parasites are everywhere, and it's just crazy from there. But if you don't drop down, and instead there's a little hill, and you jump on that hill, there's a special room, and Cortana actually, I love when you get Cortana because she's just talking there. She's like, oh, we gotta fit 2 people in here. You know, in the other mission, she's like, oh, we're 2 people in here now, so just keep that in mind. And like, I love at least at the last mission. I wish this lasted longer. She's just there talking with you. You know, she's like making jokes and stuff, and she's like, oh, wow, where are we going, Master Chief? And she's like, oh, I think we're not supposed to be coming here. And you go into the secret room and you find another terminal, and that's when I told you that she says, oh, wow, this is a terminal. How many have you found? But she sounds like all cute and stuff, like just, you know, being a little cute AI, like doesn't know anything that's going on because, you know, she was trapped or whatever. And it was like the funniest thing because like the whole atmosphere up until this point is just like death, raids, and then you get like a really just personal feel of a personal relationship between Cortana and Master Chief, and they're just like, yeah, I don't know. To me, it got to me. I thought it was really
of course it did.
And basically from here, it's yeah, you basically have to go down the place that I just said, and that's where you get to the big area, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we had the wombo combo with alien friend and you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with some more flood friends.
Would you like to talk about this, like this main part, because I kind of talked about like a lot of them. Finish off the strong with the last one, and I'll support you.
First of all, I've given more points.
You've given a lot more points than I have. I can tell you that. But yeah. I want you to like really fucking kick this mission's ass.
Well, so now we're trying to get through to the. Well, yeah, you just talked about that. You just talked about that. It's sort of
the big area.
So we had to get past. So as soon as we get off the So as soon as what did I put in my notes? So as soon as we get through the part, we drop down and like all the flood coming back trying to get us, and so but now you have the arbiter, and so the arbiter can handle a lot of. So it can kill them, so it can help you out, and so you also have to try to find your the circle. I cannot think of that circle dude name. What is it? The circle robot. What is his name?
But isn't it like you have to first like you have to go up the tower?
Yeah, you have to do all that everything first.
So but like what happens in the tower though?
What happens to it?
What happens during that part?
It's about
You have to talk about the tower. That part's super interesting.
You talking about after you fight or you talking about before you fight some old flood people?
No, while you're fighting the flood people, like you have to go up the tower and you're fighting them, but those machines are also helping you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And so you like going, and then you go on the hallway. Then that's why I say
I thought that was really exciting.
And so like
with the tower,
whatever it is the circle robot. What is his name? The circle robot.
His name. Let's call him Sebastian.
Okay, we not calling him that.
Can we call him
Because that is Ariel from the sea. I mean. Ariel from
That's not Ariel.
From the Little Mermaid.
Sebastian's the
That's
crab.
her friend Sebastian.
Can we call him
I'm just calling him Sparko.
Okay, Sparko.
So
Sparko the ball bot.
So Sparko going with you.
Sparko the ball bot. It's not Sparko. Sparko the ball bot.
So that's Sparko, you going with
the
him?
Ball bot. And
he wants you to get. And he wants you to basically get rid of all the flood. But I was basically trying to run past them. So when I found out I had to kill them, I was very upset about it because I was like, I'm tired of killing these ugly things. And so I just had to make sure I killed them all. And then that's when he opened the door. And
Johnson, he's like Johnson and us and Master Chief were like, and the Ellen guy, we're all like about to stop everything, right?
Yeah, they're about to get ready to go ahead and activate the Halo.
But then something happens, right?
And Sparko, for some reason,
Sparko,
he was not having it. He just shot his leg. He was like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
No. They were talking about how they're like, we gotta do it now, and he's like, no, we gotta wait 3 days, and then you're like, we can't wait 3 days, and he's like, I trusted you.
And then that's we try to shoot them down with the laser. Acting. And so he shoots Johnson down with the laser. Then he shoots.
And then he's on the floor, and then he shoots.
But Master Chief said he don't go down like that. Master Chief said, I'm getting back up. And so then.
And then you have to shoot it.
Yeah, you had to shoot Sparko, and so you had to get him.
Sparko the Bobot.
And so he actually was pretty easy. He wasn't really hard.
You have to shoot him enough where he like falls down, and then Johnson, being a Johnson, he's like, take my weapon, take it, and then you like pick up his big ol' laser, and then Sparko the Ballbot comes back with red eyes, like every typical AI. They just like go against you. They have red eyes. I don't know why red has to be their color, but whatever, right?
It's the color of them being mad.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know why we can't do blue or something, but anyway, so you use your big old laser that goes like, and you shoot. What did we call him? Sparko the Ballbot.
Yeah.
And he just like, and you activate the Halo, and you have to escape. Which is this is the best final level, one of the best final levels of all gaming. I love it. It's just, it does entice you a lot, and the music throughout this whole mission is just really pumping you,
But something, I really like. I think one of my favorite moves in this game is when you fought the I think when you was in the ice area and you had to fight the 2 scarabs and stuff. I think that was my favorite music.
That part was good, and in the like mission 7, right?
Yeah.
That part was really fun because like it does force you to like think outside the buns, and I liked it. I liked it a lot too, but I died a lot in that part, so because of my friend. So I kind of was annoyed by it, to be honest. But yeah, the super crazy part starts to happen. Everything is blowing up. Everything is just going to hell. And you have to basically get on a warthog and drive super crazy throughout like these platforms that were falling down everywhere.
That part was actually pretty fun to me.
It was really good. Go ahead.
I was saying, I did die a few times there because it was always like a little mini Mario Kart.
It was, though. It was. But I like going through the most intense parts, the most intense ramps, because it makes you like jump super high, and it got crazy. But I actually found the Easter egg. It's the final mission Easter egg. It's called the Grunt, and this is the best Easter egg in the game by far. So you're going through those platforms, right? So once you get to one of the parts where you know how like sometimes there are the platforms and then you find like this kind of like a space station every once in a while, and you have to like drive a circle around it, inside it, but like a circle, and there's a ton of enemies inside, either like parasites or the other ones, and once you pass like 2 of those, you'll get to like this hillside kind of place. If you stop and you get off your vehicle and you walk to the right, you find a grunt by himself. He's next to a ledge, and he's just like talking so much shit. Like, this is different dialogue. This is different dialogue than they would normally have. And he's just there, like, "All my friends, they're dead. No, I'm gonna go take up a new hobby." Or like, he's just like complaining. But like, if you just stay there and sit down, he's just like, he like has like 5 minutes at least worth of dialogue that he always says something different. And yeah, man, it's really interesting. If you can go back to that checkpoint where like I'll even show you. I'll maybe send you just the video where he's like, you find him, and it's really funny because it's just one guy in like the weirdest place. Like, you wouldn't expect anyone to be there. You go there and he's just next to the ledge, and he's like just saying his thing. And yeah, you could kill him if you want to, but I didn't kill him. I just like, I killed myself and started back from the checkpoint and just finished the mission. So at this point, basically the music's just going crazy. You're just having a good time, and then you tell him, what do you do at the end before you get to the ship?
Well, what you do at the end? What you do at the end? You have
final jump. Final jump.
Okay, so what you do at the end? No.
Final jump.
Do I remember that part?
The final jump.
Oh yeah, you had to go very fast. You got to go very quickly to reach that final jump.
Exactly. Right? Well said, sir.
I don't know why I didn't remember this, because I died sometime from not going fast. So I don't know why I forgot that part. I said, wait, why did I forget that? And I died from not going too fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And then what happens in that cutscene afterwards?
They didn't die, bro. No, they didn't die.
Well, the alien guy. Did you watch the epilogue as well?
I did see the ending cutscene, and I saw when he was like, they have, we appreciate even those who didn't make it. They had courage, and it had the woman on there, and then on the pictures,
maybe Johnson.
Yeah. And
yeah, your alien friend actually is there too, but you're not there. There's just if you look at the what is it called? There's a like someone put an inscription of 117. That's your number.
Yeah.
Your soldier number, which you also see in Sierra 117. That's the reason it's called that. Yeah, basically they're basically saying you're dead. Master Chief didn't make it, and then the epilogue actually shows that you are just taking you're gonna get in your little pod and take a rest. Right, you're talking to Cortana, you're having a really deep conversation with her. You know, you flirt a little here and there, and then you get inside your pod and tell her, "Hey, call me when you're when you need me."
Yeah, call me when you need me again.
I can handle it. And that's where Halo 4 starts later on. But anyway, ODST is a different game. If you play Halo 3 ODST, that's like, you're not even playing as Master Chief. You're playing, I think that's
y'all,
like...
And speaking of that, let me tell y'all, this dude tried me. Like, I think in the middle of the week, he gonna sit there having to ask me, "You're not playing AO3, whatever it is, you're not playing that, are you?" I'm like, excuse me?
Bruh, you understand that it's very easy to get mixed up, right? Like, it's called Halo 3 ODST. Let me tell you something. It's like when you look at, let's just say, Dragon Quest. When you see Dragon Quest Elusive Dreams, and then you see Dragon Quest Elusive Dreams Definitive Edition, obviously you're gonna play the Definitive Edition, right? So most people would be like, "Oh, well, it's Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST, so it's probably that same game but with more stuff. So I'm gonna play the ODST one." I've seen people make
I
that
have
mistake
n-
with this game, so
that-
I just
That
let
has
you know.
never. That has
I
never
just let
crossed
you
my
know.
mind.
I don't know. That's a common mistake that people make with this game, and it's horrible. That's why I wanted to make sure that you didn't play the horrible
But
one.
you sure picked the fine at the end of time to ask me that.
Yeah, in the middle of the week.
Yeah, like,
Almost not even then. It was like almost at the end.
yeah, I was like, are you serious?
It's that I would have been really disappointed if you played the wrong one and it's like, what? I played ODST and it was great.
I would
like,
just,
oh no.
I would
Oh
just
no.
I would have just had to
Shame
start
on
over.
you. Yeah, you would have had to play the good one.
Lord.
But anyway, so yeah, that was really it. Actually, that last cutscene kind of gave me.
I would never play this again. I'm just playing. Yeah.
Multiplayer, dude. And multiplayer, when you just play like matchmaking, this game has so much replayability. Like, you wouldn't understand how much replayability it has. It's such a great game online, and basically imagine these missions, but co-op. It's actually really fun though. It's really, really fun. Yeah, man. If you thought it was okay, imagine it's even better with another person, and mostly when you're doing that like 8th mission, you know, the one what was it called again? Cortana, the one with a bunch of parasites. Yeah. That mission, imagine it with someone else. At least you don't feel super alone, right? So yeah, it's that's what it is. That's what this game is. I found some secrets, but I didn't really care to talk about them or even want to talk about them, because at the end of the day, these are secrets that you have to like find on your own. I think that's the best part about it. So yeah, that's basically the game right there. Honestly, I am super glad that I came back and played this game, because I feel I needed this. I needed to just mindlessly shoot things, even though I wasn't really mindlessly shooting, because this game is really hard, but it was still, I don't know, I felt like I needed to play this game after so many years. Obviously you don't have that like relation to the game, but what's your overall take on this game?
Well, to be honest, for it not being one of my genres, I did like it until I got to that flood part. But even it did have some. I liked the cutscenes, and I liked the.
So you liked everything besides the flood things, related things.
Yes.
Which was like half the game, maybe a little bit, or like 40% of it.
Yeah, I was just like, why y'all here? Why do y'all keep appearing? I'm just like, can y'all go die? And but it wasn't like really a bad annoying. I just definitely would not go. I mean, I don't know, but it was definitely.
You wouldn't do the campaign again unless it was probably like co-op with me or something, right?
Yeah, but it definitely.
And even then, the co-op is fun and it's great, but it's like co-ops aren't meant to, or like campaigns aren't really supposed to be played a lot anyway. Yeah. This game, like, if we were to play it together, we'd just play normal multiplayer, and it's once again really good, and it's just good fun. Yeah, it's just simply good fun. Like I said, the mechanics in this game aren't like too extravagant. They're not like crazy. If you go into other Halos, they kind of play like Call of Duty now. A little bit, not really, but they play a little bit like Call of Duty, but not too much. It still has its Halo feel to it. The reason I say Call of Duty type is because that's more modern like. And this game plays very differently to other shooters. That's why people really thought this was a unique game. So yeah, that's essentially its uniqueness, right? So anyway, yeah, that's basically Halo, guys. For all of you wanting to know about Halo, we almost did 2 hours on this game.
Yeah, we did,
which is surprising, but I think it was definitely necessary for it. But for those who got to watch the before thoughts, there you go. You got 2 hours worth of content to to listen to. Yeah, thoughts. And for you guys that have not watched the before thoughts, what are you doing here? Like, You had to listen to the before thoughts first. I don't even know how you got here. But anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it off here since we did get pretty much everything. We didn't really play multiplayer, so we're not gonna talk about that.
No.
Yeah, it's just a great game overall. I really loved coming back to it, and honestly, I felt really, really good after I finished it. The music, the gameplay, just the story of it all. I'm very satisfied.
Yep. It was great.
You're like, yep, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and end it off. Guys, if you guys would like to follow me or subscribe to me, comment, like, and subscribe, you guys can on my YouTube channel. You guys can follow me on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Maru-chan55. Maru-chan55 for the rest of my other platforms. And you guys can also find me on Anchor if you guys are listening to my podcast, or on any other platform since I am on them. So, thank you guys. Would you like to plug yourself really quick?
Sure, like I stated at the beginning, you guys can follow me on Twitch at Mr. Irvin TW. And you can follow me on, I almost said Instagram. I mean on YouTube at Mr. Irvin. So thank you guys for supporting
yeah, thank you guys so much.
55. Thank you for supporting my boy.
We appreciate it. You guys are listening.
Y'all keep on supporting my boy. Come back, keep on looking at these videos. He got some hot content coming your way, and just keep on watching.
Ton of content coming.
And if you got a chance, guys, check me out. You said what?
Yeah, please check him out. He has some good content. He does a lot of Earthbound. Very interesting to watch. So, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you guys on the next podcast.
All right. See y'all soon.
See you guys later.
Bye. Okay.
Goodbye.